Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. I'm Matt Carson. I'm counting down my top 10 favourite films from 2024, so let's get started. Some people rank films based on what they think will win Oscars, others go by box office numbers. For me though, it's all about the experience, the joy of cinema, the way a film transports you and the craft behind it, from writing and direction to acting and cinematography. This year, I was reminded just how much I love the theatre experience, the collective energy of a packed house, and also, arguably, how magical it can be to finally stream a long-awaited film from the comfort of home and with closed captions. At the movies in 2024, I cried more than expected. I shielded my eyes from moments of terror and disgust, and I was continually amazed by how cinema could take me to unexpected, fascinating worlds. Now, without further ado, here are my top 10 films of 2024. Number 10, Thelma. This movie charmed me to my core, and it's no surprise it made my top 10. Thelma stars June Squibb as Thelma, a spirited 90-something widow who embarks on an action-packed mission to track down the scammers who stole $10,000 from her. Think Mission Impossible if Tom Cruise was a grandma, and instead of a motorcycle flying off a cliff, you have motor scooters with meager acceleration. Writer and director Josh Margolin, who based the script on his grandmother's own experiences, crafts a heartwarming yet thrilling adventure with plenty of satisfying twists. The performances are delightful. Richard Roundtree, Parker Posey, and Fred Heckinger add solid support, but it's really Squibb's warmth and tenacity that anchors the film. I first watched this on a plane and found myself laughing out loud and saw a lot of heads turn around to stare at me. It's a perfect action comedy, and if you're a fan of The Holdovers last year, Thelma will be right up your alley. Number 9, Alien Romulus. Let me start with a little critique. I'm honestly a bit tired of legacy sequels recycling iconic scenes from the originals. The opening scenes of Twisters and Gladiator 2 are reminiscent of the originals, and yes, it gives a sense of nostalgia and familiarity, but don't just remake the same movie, give me something fresh. Alien Romulus was that difference. Yes, it bears similarities to the first two Alien films, but what really sets it apart is its unforgettable third act. Director Fede Alvarez delivers a nerve-wracking, terrifying climax that left me absolutely breathless. Kaylee Spaney proves herself a rising star as the lead, while David Johnson's performance solidifies him as someone to watch. There were moments that made me literally jump out of my seat and shield my eyes from the terror on the screen. I will never forget that bold, creepy, lanky alien man. It's a stellar blend of suspense and amplifying danger, and was one of the most thrilling cinematic experiences of the year. Number 8, Nosferatu. I had a bit of a nightmare view experience for Nosferatu. The cinema lights didn't turn off until 15 minutes into the film. We had a phone-happy neighbour in front taking photos of the screen, and there was a viciously snoring seatmate next to my partner who slept for the entire 2 hours of the film. But despite all that, Robert Eggers' film still managed to grip me. Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok is a revelation, bringing a menacing, almost supernatural presence to the screen. The moment when Nicholas Holt's Thomas arrives at Orlok's castle is pure horror magic, full of slow-burning dread as Eggers disorients us, the viewers, along with Thomas, as he experiences this vampiric presence. Eggers' films are always visually exciting, even when the film is smaller, and he builds tension here with this thick atmosphere of unease. You feel it long after the credits roll, and it's that visceral sensation I felt after watching Hereditary, actually. The story falters a bit in the second half, and Aaron Tyler Johnson feels miscast, but overall, it's a stunning horror film. I'm eager to see it again, hopefully in a quiet theatre this time. Number 7, Better Man. If you haven't heard of this one, let me catch you up. Better Man is a wild musical biography of British pop icon Robbie Williams, where the man himself is portrayed by a CGI chimpanzee, which he voices. Directed by Michael Gracie of The Greatest Showman fame, the film is a visual spectacle filled with energetic musical numbers and fantastical sequences that match Williams's larger-than-life persona, along with his self-destructive inclinations. What surprised me most, though, was how genuinely affecting the film is. The themes of anxiety, artistic struggle, and personal demons are handled with surprising depth, and the film's visuals, especially the breathtaking rock DJ sequence on Regent Street, are worth the price of admission alone. It's bold, eccentric, and undeniably fun, and I haven't stopped listening to his music ever since. Number 6, My Old Ass. My Old Ass caught me completely off guard. This is one of those quiet gems that sneaks up on you. The film follows Elliot, Macy Stella, on her 18th birthday when she takes mushrooms with friends and has a surreal encounter with her 39-year-old self, Aubrey Plaza, who has one piece of wisdom to share: stay away from Chad. Through this imaginative setup, the film explores the difficult transition from adolescence to adulthood, the pains of leaving home, and the bittersweet realization that the future doesn't always unfold the way we imagine. Plaza is such a versatile, convincing actor, and Stella is a revelation. It left me reflecting long after it ended. I wanted to hug my mom. I wanted to hug my boyfriend. I was just genuinely moved. If you're in the mood for something heartfelt and vulnerable, don't miss this one. Number 5, A Real Pain. I've always loved a good road trip movie, but A Real Pain took it to a whole new level. Written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg, the film follows two mismatched cousins, played by Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin, as they journey to Poland to explore their family's past and participate in a Holocaust remembrance tour. The film beautifully captures the complexity of grief and also the evolution of personal connection. What better way to get over shit with someone than by being forced to eat, sleep, and travel with that person? Culkin is a standout as the charming and conflicted Benji. He's so exciting to watch because you never know how he's going to deliver a line. Eisenberg also gives one of his best performances as the more stoic David, and has a really great monologue in the middle of the film. The group dynamics during the tour add another layer of complexity to the story, and I really appreciated the open-ended conclusion, hoping that Benji finds some peace. This one's a quiet but powerful experience, and sometimes it does take looking back to see forward. Number 4, The Brutalist. At nearly 3.5 hours, The Brutalist might seem like a tough watch. We have had our share of overindulgent runtimes in the past few years, but trust me, The Brutalist is worth every second. Brady Corbett's film tells the story of Laszlo Toth, Adrian Brody, a Hungarian architect and Holocaust survivor who comes to America and builds a life for himself, only to watch it crumble time and again. Corbett's direction is broad and sprawling, and the film's pacing, while slow, draws you into Laszlo's world with tracking shots that give you the sense of being behind Toth's eyes. Brody gives an honest, dynamic performance as a man similar to my own grandfather who escaped to Australia after surviving the Holocaust, grasping to life's choices where few exist. Also, there is a built-in intermission. Not long enough for a number 2, but you'll get to pee and fill up your water bottle. Number 3, Nickel Boys. This was truly one of the most unique experiences I had watching a film this year. Based on Colson Whitehead's novel, the film follows Elwood Curtis's time at the Nickel Academy, a reform school in the Jim Crow South, after being caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Director Ramel Ross tells the story from Elwood's, Ethan Harris, first-person point of view, and it's brilliant. He immerses us fully into this world, even more intimately than how Terrence Malick did with The Tree of Life. Ross's use of this perspective allows us to experience the beauty and brutality of Elwood's life, and it also hides Harris's and Daveed Diggs' performances. The former is predominantly behind the camera, while Diggs is tracked from behind with his face rarely shown. But I can't say that I could imagine watching this film any other way. That immersion feels so immediate and vital, you're not sure where to look at the screen, what each encounter might bring. Ingenue Ellis Taylor's performance as his grandmother Hattie is devastatingly tender, and the ending is a total gut punch. This is one of the year's most powerful and unique films. If you can see it in theaters, do not miss it. Number 2, The Substance. The Substance is the most insane experience I've had this year in a movie theater. Directed by Coralie Fargeet, this film has a wild premise. Elizabeth Sparkle, Demi Moore, can split herself into 2 versions using something called the Substance, and it turns into a thrilling and often grotesque exploration of aging and the value of youth. The VFX is just jaw-dropping. The pacing is so dynamic. The boldness of the film and the script is truly one of a kind. Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley are impeccable, but it's the sheer audacity of the concept and the direction that make this such a standout film. The horror here isn't just the physical, but the psychological and emotional unraveling of Elizabeth's life. It's disturbing, and it's unlike anything else you'll see this year. Number 1, A Complete Unknown. James Mangold's biopic of Bob Dylan swept me up from the opening moments where a young Dylan plays a song for Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger. The film chronicles Dylan's evolution from folk legend to electric innovator, using music as heartbeat of his transformation. And that first song is like a seatbelt being fastened and you're whisked away on this musical journey. Chalamet's performance is magnetic. He captures Dylan's restlessness and evolving persona with nuance and an embodiment that felt so alive. The film's exploration of creativity, self-discovery, and the cost of individuality was really moving, and I found the rhythm of the film to be hypnotic and urgent. By the end, I felt like I'd been transported to a different time and place, completely immersed in Dylan's world. I was introduced to so many songs I didn't know, and I found the resounding message of dragging mud on the rug to be inspiring. Make a statement, be yourself. That message rang so true for me this year, and I didn't realize how much I needed this film. I can't wait to revisit it. Launching this show this year has been so exciting. Sharing my love of film and TV with all of you has been incredibly rewarding, and I can't wait to bring you more reviews and discussions in the year to come. A huge thank you to everyone who subscribed, commented, or just watched a moment of the series. I'm thrilled to continue this journey with you in 2025. For more interviews with actors, directors, and creatives, head over to awardsfocus.com, where I also cover the exciting world of award season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the new year.